Hey guys, welcome back to Status Detail, and today we are talking about Gyeon Mohs EVO. It comes in this tiny little box. It's a brand new ceramic coating from Gyeon, a company that basically has been making ceramic coatings for a very long time, so this is kind of an exciting product. So let's jump into it. So Gyeon Mohs EVO comes in this tiny little box. Now Gyeon Mohs was a product that was previously made by Gyeon. EVO is just the new lineup. So like EVO, EVO is the new line of Gyeon Ceramic. So they have Gyeon 1, Gyeon Pure, Gyeon Mohs, which is this bottle, and then they have a product called Synchro, which we'll talk a little bit more in a second. All of these products already existed. Now they just have the EVO line of all of those products. Basically, all of the EVO line products have better durability, easier to install, and the price is actually lower than they used to be. So that's kind of cool. So the product we're going to focus on, because most Status Detail, if not almost all Status Detail, fans and followers and customers of our online store are really going to be interested in Mohs because it's the top of the line product from EVO within their consumer or prosumer line. And Mohs EVO is basically that product. It's the best thing you can put on your car from Gyeon currently. So naturally, we put it on this 488 Ferrari, and we're going to do kind of some reviewing and some testing on this product. But this is a product that is, ceramic coatings are all about durability. So if you're buying a ceramic coating to put on your car, one of the main things you're going to be interested in is durability, because ceramic coatings last years, whereas waxes and sealants last months or up to about 12 months for a really good sealant. So I can't tell you how good the durability is on Mohs EVO because it's only been out for about a month, or honestly I think it's been out for about two weeks in North America now. So it's too new to market for me to give you a real review. I can tell you about the application and I can tell you about the price, which we'll just put the price right here for you. And we'll kind of do a long-term test. So this is the first video in a kind of couple episodes that we're going to do on this product. So definitely subscribe to our channel here, because in like 3 months we'll do an update, and then maybe like 6 months from now we'll do another update, and I'll give you guys real world updates on how the coating is doing and what the durability is like. I also have Mohs EVO on my daily driver because this car sits in the garage a lot. It is absolutely driven a lot by the owner, but this car is garage kept, whereas my S4 sits outside literally almost all the time. So it'll be kind of a control group, if you can think of it that way. So we're going to see how both cars do, how the coatings stand up, if they stand up identically, if the one that sits outside degrades faster. We'll find out, because I don't have those answers for you guys yet, so I don't want to give you kind of a fake review about a product that I don't know enough about it yet. So I would look at most reviews of EVO Mohs as that. If they say, oh, it's fantastic, and they've only had it on their car for a month, then in my opinion, that's kind of not a real review of that product yet. Now, what I can tell you is the product is supposed to last 4 years. It'll last 4 years if you do 2 layers. It'll last 3 years if you do 1 layer, which is impressive. That's pretty good. We're going to talk about the application in a second. Now, in my honest opinion, for what I can review so far on the product, based on just basic information I have on other ceramic coatings, because I do specialize in ceramic, Crystal Serum Light is a better value, because this is a 50 milliliter bottle of this, okay? Now I'll put the 50 milliliter bottle price of Gyeon Mohs EVO right here, and you need this whole bottle to basically do a car this size. And this is about as small of a car as it gets in terms of ceramic coating a car. Now, if you buy a 30 milliliter bottle of Mohs EVO and try and do this car, you will basically run out if you do a dual layer 2 application for the 4-year durability. Now, if you buy one bottle of 30 milliliters of Crystal Serum Light, you will get up to 5 years of durability. You only need to do 1 layer of that, and that 30 milliliter bottle will do a car this size, no problem. So you're being forced to buy this larger bottle to do a small car, which means that the 30 milliliter bottle of Mohs and the 30 milliliter bottle of CSL, Crystal Serum Light, are not comparable, because a 30 milliliter bottle of EVO will not do this car. You need more product than that. So in that sense, the value is skewed, and it would be good value if you could squeeze that 30 milliliter bottle on this car. But if you have like an Audi Q7 or something, you're going to need like a 50 milliliter and basically like a 30 milliliter to really make sure you're not running out, especially if you're doing it on your glass as well, or if you're doing anything on your wheels, because you can put it on everything if you want. So when you're comparing a 50 milliliter bottle and a 30 milliliter bottle, which would be a price for that right here, compared to just, I believe it's $110 for a Crystal Serum Light 50 milliliter bottle, which would be more than enough to do a Q7. Again, the price is being skewed because I believe the packaging of this is not right, because it requires a lot of product to put on. So again, I can talk about the installation in the review here because I did the installation, and that's relevant to this conversation, as we really can't talk about durability yet. Durability is obviously a huge part of ceramic coatings. The installation is easy, okay? It's easy to put on, but it's just different than Crystal Serum Light, which is what I'm very, very used to. I think initially I was really hard on EVO and said it was not a good installation, and I'm rolling that back, okay? So it is an easy installation. You basically end up wiping EVO on in one straight line. You can come back over it one time, but if you go over it more than that, like 3, 4, 5, or start cross-hatching, it starts to flash off the panel way too quick, and then you have issues. So that's how most coatings work. This is just not most coatings. EVO is kind of its own category, okay? So when you put EVO on, you really just want to go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like you want to like do straight lines, and you're going to go over and then back and then over and then back. You're never really overlapping the product, right? You don't want to like cross-hatch this. If you do that, the product will begin to sweat pretty quickly, okay? I wish we had more time where it like gave me, the user, more time to wipe it off. So when you put it on and it starts sweating immediately, you have to remove it immediately. That means, like on a car like this, again, this is a relatively normal sized hood for a car, but I cannot coat this entire hood in one shot. I can't even do half of the hood in one shot because the product will flash too fast and start to cause problems. So I have to do like a quarter of the half, like a quarter of a hood, and then you have to blend all those sections in. I am not a fan of that style of installation, okay? Crystal Serum Light, I can do the entire hood and the bumper if I want to, and still have time to wipe it back off and not worry about it like prematurely curing and having high spots or issues. This is an easy product to put on and remove and wipe off, and it's pretty forgiving, so it's gonna be pretty hard to get a high spot, but there's absolutely an optimal point where you put this on and you want to wipe it off, and it is very, very easy to miss that optimal wipe off point if you do too big of an area. And most coatings you can do a full hood, and you just can't even come close to doing that with this. So I don't like that. And part of the reason I'm making this video a multi-point series of like reviewing how the durability is because if the durability is amazing, it's off the charts, then the juice is worth the squeeze of doing an install that's not great, okay? It's easy to put on and wipe off, but I don't want to have to do the hood in 8 pieces. That's crazy. I don't like that. Outside of that, the gloss is very good, okay? I mean, this car behind me is very, very glossy. I'm very impressed by the gloss on the car. And I'm pretty impressed by the installation process. So putting the coating on and removing it is great when you do it right. I just don't like working small areas. That's really irritating as an installer of ceramic coatings. So basically, as of right now, my takeaway on EVO Mohs at this current point, not knowing anything about durability, I haven't even washed my car, which has Mohs EVO on it, so I don't even know what that experience will be like yet. I can tell you just up front, the product is very glossy. The installation is not too terrible. I just don't like working small areas. And the car was, you know, tremendously glossy. Okay, like it seriously, it looks really, really good. So we can't take that away from it. If we do get 4 years of durability or 3 years on that single layer, that's pretty impressive considering, you know, the product, the price point, the installation, and how good it looks. As of right now, having the information that I have, I would recommend you put Crystal Serum Light on your car instead of EVO, based on all of the things I've already mentioned about Crystal Serum Light. And you know, 3 months or 6 months from now, if the durability and everything looks fantastic and the coating is just performing or outperforming what I have for expectations for this coating to do, then it would get to the point where it becomes like you could do either one, and then we'll probably even sell it and offer it in our car care store at statusdetailstore.com. As of right now, this is not in our store because I don't know enough about it to believe in this product, because I will only sell you guys a product in my store if I believe in it and I think it's really, really good. And as of right now, it's a really big negative the way the installation is, and Crystal Serum Light is just a better installation process. So if someone said, Evan, what would you recommend I put on my new car? I would say hands down Crystal Serum Light, no questions asked. I might say in 6 months that you could do Mohs EVO or Crystal Serum Light, and here's why. But until we get to that durability and see it live, you know, in the world, like 6 months from now or a year from now or 3 months from now, I can't honestly give you a really good answer to that question yet. So we're just gonna have to see what happens. So stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. We're gonna be doing some cool updates on this 488 and see how the coating does. It's also on some of the glass, but I topped it with Q2 View on top of all of that. And we also have segments on my S4 that are covered in Synchro, which is Mohs EVO. And then it also includes a bottle of skin, what they call skin, which is basically a top coat for Mohs EVO. Now, for our ceramic coating fans, that's basically like saying you put crystal serum light on the car and then you topped it with EXO or XO. So skin is their XO or EXO. So we're gonna see how those panels on the S4 perform. This car only is Mohs EVO. That car is partial Mohs EVO and skin, AKA Synchro. And then the rest of the S4 is just Mohs EVO. So we have all of the bases covered here. And just a very fast gloss over, I have used Gyeon 1 and I have used the old version of Gyeon Pure, and I have not used the current version of Gyeon Pure EVO, but I have a bottle of it. I'm sure some of you guys can buy those products and you will enjoy them and like them. In my opinion, there are just better products available. Even if those products are slightly more expensive, it is 100% worth the extra cost to buy either Gyeon Mohs EVO or just to go straight to crystal serum light. So we'll see. We'll see how this product does. I'm rooting for it. I love Gyeon stuff, so I am literally super rooting for Gyeon Mohs EVO to be awesome because I like Gyeon. I like their stuff. That's why we sell tons of their their maintenance products. So we'll see how it goes. Just to put a quick update in the end of the video here, I'm actually so far pretty impressed with Gyeon Mohs on my personal car, my S4 that's sitting outside. It's looking pretty good. It's been outside nonstop for a week, for a month and a half, and I've been driving it in horrible conditions and snow and salt, and it's like self-cleaning and staying pretty clean, especially when the snow hits it and then the snow melts off. It looks pretty good, so that's a good start. I'll update you on some of the stuff when we actually do our first wash. But I wanted to let you guys know we do offer Gyeon 1, Mohs, and Synchro in the store. Right now, you can jump in the store and buy it and try it. Just understand that in this point, if you are buying those products, you're buying it because you just want to try it out and you're interested in Gyeon stuff and you want to try the new hotness from Gyeon. You, me, all of us, we're basically just beta testing the product at this point, in my opinion, because like I said, a product that's listed for 4 years and we're only a week or a month and a half into testing it, real world durability, I can't give you any real information on it yet. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't buy it. So if you want to try it and test it, go for it. Just understand that comes with the disclaimer that basically you, me, all of us, we're all kind of beta testing it. But so far, so good. It does look pretty good so far. And if you're okay with doing the installation in those small areas, like you got to work a small area because it flashes fast, then that's fine, as long as you know that going into it. So if you have a giant car like an Escalade, I still wouldn't buy it. I would buy crystal serum light if you're doing something huge. But if you have a Porsche or something and you want to try it, or an M3 or whatever, go for it. Give it a shot. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Like I said, definitely subscribe to the channel so you can get the updates, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.